Alright guys and girls, just thought I'd come on, do another wee video for YouTube. Haven't done one in a while, probably since about a week after Scotland's Strongest Masters 2025. Just to follow up, see how things went. Not really had much to say since then. Just been a case of working away, training away, things have been up and down. So it's really a case of now what's fresh. I don't know what's fresh with you, but this weekend past I actually got out to play. Saturday I was meant to be going to Giants Live through in Glasgow, like the World Tour Finals. But my oldest laddie, he's asked me, do you fancy going through to the Muay Jam in Edinburgh? And I don't know if you're like me, but you know, your oldest laddie asked to do something with you, you do it. I'm a member official strongman.com anyway, so I could watch like the live stream when I got home. More about that later. Anyway, so I mean, past weekend, went to the Muay Jam at Portobello. It was a great event, thoroughly enjoyed it. But I think we missed the first fight because it was a case of getting the train through and then getting for the train to the bus there. We could have drove it, but I don't drink. Well, I doesn't really drink something. I'd probably, but had a few drinks then. And I knew even a couple, you can't drive anyway. Simple as that. But anyway, we go there. Missed the first fight, like I said. We just went straight to the bar. Couple of drinks. But he got water. So I got myself a cider. I got myself Morgans and Coke. It was like one with the Morgans and Coke. I just relaxed me a wee bit. I just took my time with the cider. So watching the fights, the itinerary sort of all the fights, like the undercard, main card. There's quite a lot going on. I mean, I can imagine that there's like seats all and about. There was a stage bit with the seats. Down by the rings, there was some tables and that. I don't reckon sponsors or what have you. And up above the sort of balcony area. Hindsight being 2020. Maybe next time we go up in the balcony, get a better seat. Can see right down. But that's a completely academic thing to say if you're like to be perfectly honest with ya. So anyway, fight for me would have been a guy called Luke for Primate. Aye. It just seemed like quite an even sort of matched fight. And all of a sudden he's seen an opening, took advantage of it. Bish bash bosh. The guy's known. I must have got quite excited there because next thing I've realised I'm up on my feet. I'm like, and I was like, whoops. Sucked back down again. I thought, well, I'll not do that again. And then the guy's got back. Once the referee's done his business, the guy's come back. Looks back in there again. He's finished him again. Then it's happened again. I'm sucked back down. So 3 times I found myself, I thought, right, okay, that must have got invoked some sort of reaction. So me, that was probably the best fight of the whole night. There was another fight in the main card. It was very similar. No, guys managed to finish it, very skillful. So, and then that was that. Go to the last fight, maybe, with 2 girls. It's quite amusing actually because there was a couple sitting in front of us. The lassie was sitting right in front of me and the guy was sitting to the left-hand side. But for some reason they might have got a drink or whatever, then they've switched. So the guy's sitting right in front of me and the lassie's sitting here. And just because of the way the seats were, you know, it just made my field of vision like blocked and I couldn't see nothing. And every time, so he's sitting there, I've went like that, I've went like that, he's leaned forward, I'm like, oh bollocks this. So come the last fight, me and my laddies got up and we watched it for the side. Great field of view there, great vision, it was worth it. So I mean, there's not really much else to say about that, just to the guys that put it on, which have been, I think would have been like, between Hanneman and Edinburgh and Primate and sort of Livingston, I think they put it on together, what have you. Well done, great show. And so we went there, went to go and get something to eat. Popped into a place called, there's a wee restaurant in Edinburgh. I'm not going to mention it by name because I think that would be unfair, and I'm not going to, but the other thing we went in, and I mean, I was going to say I realised something about myself, but I've always known it anyway. But I think I'm more of a beer and burger type of guy, to be honest with you, where I can just sit and relax and enjoy people's company. We went in here on George Street, and it's a lovely place, by the way, this particular restaurant. Really nice. Staff, really nice and pleasant, you know, everything. Asked if it's possible to get a table for two. They managed to accommodate us. Had to sit at the bar for about 15 minutes or something like that, then they come and go to us and what have you. Went through. Now, this is probably got to give it away, but they've come round on the tables and there's like a salad bit, and they come round with all the different meats and like steak and pork and what have you. And I didn't have any of the pork, or I just stuck to the sort of like the steak and to the chicken and stuff like that. I thought I didn't really like the taste of pork and stuff like that. Anyway, some of that meat, by the way, some of the steak was to die for. It was beautiful. So I mean, the food was really good. But there's just something about these types of restaurants and things like that. No, didn't get me wrong. It is nice from time to time to get dressed up to the nines and go out, you know, to a nice restaurant and have a meal and that. But that's, to me, it's more about the company. If I'm in the right company, it's brilliant. If I wasn't in the right company, then, you know, so Saturday night it was great because I was with my lad, yeah, so we had a kind of banter back and forth and what have you. But you've got things like, you know, as you do in all these restaurants, you know, and it's not a criticism towards the staff, because the staff are just doing what they've got to do. Okay, but when they come over and you've just started to eat, and they're like, is everything okay for you? How's your food? And blah, blah, and I'm like, oh. But so you get the idea, and I'm pretty sure it's something that, pardon me, a lot of us can relate to. So that sort of thing for me, I would just rather, you know, serve me, give me my stuff. You know, there's no airs and graces about anything. Just polite manners, because manners cost nobody nothing. And let me enjoy the food. If I've got a problem, I'll tell you. How's about that? That's the way I like to be. But it's just kind of this back and forth. And how's it? And can I get you anything else and what have you? And, like I say, I'll stick my hand up. But that said, I mean, the food was lovely. The salmon on the salad bit was to die for. That was beautiful. However, you know, like I said, definitely I'm a beer and burger. I'd rather go with some people that get on me, you know, have a nice burger and a beer, just relax and chin wag and catch up with somebody. But hey, that's just me. Anyway, right, cut a long story short, right, so we've done that, ate that, right, paid the bill. I paid the bill. No chance of fucking he was going to pay for it. It's just funny that, mind you, I did manage. I told him, says, you get the tickets, I'll get the food. And I fucking set myself up for that, you know. Anyway, so, after that, train home, I thought to myself, Ken, what? I'll just watch Giants live, didn't I? He was like, I think I'm going to get out of bed, because he was working the next day. I thought, no bother, it's still a reasonable time. I mean, I say a reasonable time, it's probably about 11:30 or something like that, I can't mind. I've stuck at Luna. I've seen about the first 15 minutes. Next thing you can, I've woke up a couple of hours later because I must have just fell asleep. So I thought, right, bugger that, bed, I'll watch it in the morning. Got up the next day, thought to myself, this is brilliant. Downstairs, I'll watch it. Stuck it on. What's happened? 15 minutes into it again, boom, out for the count. And I've woke up and I thought, I'll just rewind it. So I've rewound it to where I was. Boom, out for the count again. Fucking hell, someone no up here, eh? And anyway, so, third time. Put it back on. Felt nice and rested. Mrs. is coming. Oh, I forgot about this. You want me to rewind it ahead? Aye. Right, so we rewound it. Both watched it. Great. Cup of coffee and everything. What to say? For the Giants live, some spectacular performances going on there. For me, definitely, I had, for the podium, I couldn't really call the top three for the podium, but obviously I wanted the Scottish boys to do good there, because that just goes without saying, right? Now, obviously, you've got Tom and you've got Callum there. You want them to do good, but if I'm telling the truth, heart of hearts, you know, I wanted Luke to do well, Luke Richardson's to do well, because for what I've seen him, you know, it's almost like this guy's been knocked in his arse umpteen times, and every single time he's been knocked down, he's bounced back up again, you know. So, and I just love that mentality. I love the mentality of the people that just keep getting fucking back up. They get knocked down in the arse, life just kicks them, when they're fucking doing as well, and then they still get back up and they get on with it. Because at the end of the day, nobody's coming to save you but yourself. So fucking Luke, that was well deserved, your win, pal. My heart sank a bit for Evans Nana, because Evans Nana, he's this guy, full of energy, so fucking positive, it's unbelievable. Jumps about, makes an absolute fucking word as a Proclaimer song. But he's jumping about, can't answer a question worth the fuck, because you've got Terry Hollins there asking him a question, blah blah blah, and Evans has got the microphone and blah, he went off for a fucking tangent worse than Billy Connolly. And then he's come back and then fucking think Terry's asked him what fucking I was like, I think Terry's probably going to tell you what, well done big man, see you later. Fucking didn't get it. He's fucking the guy. Fair enough, he wasn't like a politician and fucking dodged a bullet. Kind of like you ask a politician a question, they'll fucking say anything to you, apart from answering that fucking question. But anyway, Evans Nana, maybe he's got a future in politics, you never know. Fuck's sake. Who cares? But heart sank for Evans Nana. Just such a shame. That said though, everybody that got on that bloody podium deserved to be there. Fantastic, you know. For the first time out for at a Giants Live for Callum. Good performance, you know. Fucking especially when he's done that medley and he's grabbed the fucking duck walk and he's went the wrong fucking way. I was like, that could easily have been me, pal. No, that fucking weight, by the way, though, but you can, I mean, I was just like, that, for fuck's sake, I thought, no, the other way. Fucking, I mean, he's at the time, I don't know what the fuck was going through his head, really, I don't, but what you supposed to do, yeah? So, anything else the Giants Live I've written down? Maybe no, there's nothing much else the Giants Live. That was the last show. Oh, well, fucking the log lift above the Jack Osborne. Fucking, Ozzy, be proud of you, big man. No, I keep that joke's getting the arse kicked out of my house big time. But Jack Osborne, like, look, fucking lifting that above his head, getting the British record. And has he got the world record in him? Aye, I dare say another bit of training, pushing forward. I think he's got it, you know. I think a few other folk could, you know, do it, maybe get it. You know, I think BB's maybe talking about coming back and doing that. I was watching Liz and Laws, I think, might have been, and there was talk about maybe BB coming back to try and beat his own record. So we'll see how that goes. So that was that. So that was my weekend past. Pretty good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Not really much else to say other than Scotland's Strongest Masters 2026 is that's it. My entry's in. Paid my fee. Watch this space. Let's see what fucking happens. The line up the events. Obviously the events are out. This is like what 2026 Scotland's Strongest Masters 2026 novice. So it's not like the inters or the opens or that. And but the events look quite interesting. Can't mind them all off the top of my head. I just remember that the first one's really, it's like a floor press with the log. So I was asking them, you know, the setup, because I'm going to add that in to my training, I think, just to see how it goes. I used to have a respectable bench. I've not benched in a long time, but I had a respectable bench, so if I can kind of try and mimic that, then get it back, then I should put in a reasonable performance then, you know. Other events, there's a sort of like one of the carry medleys where odd objects to lift or whatever. I don't remember what the right terminology is for that. But when we opened with the truck pull this year, so that was fucking brilliant. That made my day, you know. And so when you set the caliber sort of kind of that high, they're going to have something, you know, for you to do. I think there's a sort of there's some sort of mystery lift or mystery hold or something that's no 100% been determined. I can't, for the life of me, I can't remember. That's what happens when you get old. Fucking you walk into a room, you can't remember what you went in the room for. Get what I mean? It's like, what fucking, have I got socks on? What did I have for breakfast today? Did I put milk in my cornflakes? I'm fucking, just goes right to your head. Anyway, so that's that entered. Now my gym's nice and warm because I've been sitting here recording this. I've had the heater on the now, just warming up this wee place. I guess it's nice and toasty, but you've got to kind of turn it off usually because it's you end up sweating buckets, man, and everything. But that's that. So anyway, until next time, thanks for letting me bend your ear and drivel. Let me listen to my dribble, and hopefully I'll have something worthwhile to say to you again imminently. Maybe put up some videos on my training for next year. And I've got some new bits of equipment and stuff like that as well, and things, and I'm maybe looking at some other stuff going on in the pipeline. So anyway, until next time, doodly pips, bye bye.